Welcome to the second classic scenario, which takes place at the Circuito de Jerez, and it's in the 1986 Lotus. For this scenario, it's near the end of the race, and we have to catch up the two 1988 Ferraris and pass them to win. I've got it on the gold difficulty, the hardest difficulty, and here's hoping we can get the gold today. We're starting the scenario off in 3rd place, and our teammate is in 6th place, so on that basis we can conclude that we're faster than him. Yes. So, as you can see, it's a very nice sunny day in Jerez, and our black and gold JPS Lotus fits in very well. Now, Ayrton Senna drove this car in real life, but I believe that licensing meant that Codemasters couldn't actually include him in the game. This is also the same case for the classic McLarens, I believe, because they are contracted to another games developer. But I think that on the PC, you can just make a mod that means Senna is in the Lotus, so at least that is good. So let's get straight into the action, about to enter lap 70 out of 72, and we actually run a bit wide in this final corner. We have to get used to the different handling models of these classic cars, and this car feels completely different to the 1980 Williams, which we saw in the first scenario. And just look at this, we've run catastrophically wide at the first corner, and that is not going to do our Goodyear tyres any good whatsoever, and it also isn't going to do our progress any good, because that means more work to do in order to catch the two Ferraris. And, well, yeah, a bit of oversteer through the exit of turn 3 there. That's not good whatsoever. Into the double right-hander now, and for me, that is, of course, served with a cheeky bit of gravel. This is a very poor showing from me at the minute. I do apologise. And through the left-right chicane before the short back straight, we make yet another mistake. As we just, well, lose control, really. No grip at all, and we are really falling behind these two Ferraris of Michael Schumacher and Gerhard Berger. And I think this is actually a good time to say this. At the time of recording this video, Michael Schumacher had just suffered his skiing accident in the Alps, and he's apparently in a stable condition, but in a coma. So from me, I wish him the best recovery possible. I grew up first watching F1 in 2002 when I was just 5 or 6 years old, and that was when Schumacher was absolutely dominating at Ferrari. So I know how good he was, and it's absolutely huge shame that this has happened to him. So yes, get well soon, Michael. Get well soon. And in a flash, 1 lap passes, and under braking for the final corner of lap 70, we control the car this time. So we are starting to get used to this beast of a car. Bit of oversteer mid-corner though, but I do like my cars to be a bit tail happy. You just need to correct it with a nice helping of throttle. And over the line, we're 4.328 seconds behind Schumacher, and we have 2 laps to close the gap. In fact, that might actually be 4.328 seconds behind Berger. Either way, we've still got to close that gap. You can see now, actually, we are much visibly closer to Schumacher. So we've had a good start to the lap, and through the double right-hander, it's much better keeping the car on the tarmac. And you can tell I'm starting to like this car much more, really getting a feel for where you can attack and where you have to slightly drop back. And as you saw just then, our pace has improved a lot, and through just 1 sector we're over 3 seconds quicker and just 2.2 seconds behind our target. And into the hairpin we are pretty much pushing Schumacher, and we are so close now. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before we make the move to pass them. We missed the apex of the long right-hander there, but late on the brakes into the next right-hander of turn 12, we once again close right up, and we've made up the time we lost in the corner before. And now we're just going to follow the Ferraris around until the final corner, where I think we could maybe attempt an overtake of some sort on Schumacher, but we'll have to wait and see how far behind we are, because we don't want to just do a banzai move down there, which is going to end up in some expensive old crash. And as I've said, we've made a move into the final corner, and we've actually not just overtaken Schumacher, we've actually got Berger as well, and that means going into the final lap on lap 72, we are into the lead by 0.688 seconds, a much faster lap time that time than our last one, although not as good as our best, which we actually set amazingly at the end of lap 69, even though we only performed 1 corner. Bit strange, don't know how that happened. Anyway, here we go, we are on the final lap, and hopefully it will just be a clean run to the end now. Yes, this has been a pretty good scenario. Started off a bit rusty, didn't it, with a few stupid mistakes. And talking of stupid mistakes, there is another one, and we've gone into the inside wall. That's not very good, and we might allow one of the Ferraris back through, but no, they're too far behind. I think we made up too much time through the first sector. I think we were 2.6 ahead, if I remember rightly, through that first sector, and now we've only got the last corner of the second sector and the third one to go, so hopefully we can just cruise around to the finish and get the gold medal. So only a couple more corners now in our 1986 Lotus. Going a bit wide there through that. First of the right-handers into the second one. In fact, there's 4 right-handers in a row at the last sector. Very, very weird considering it's a clockwise circuit, which does actually mean, thinking about it, that there will be more right-handers than left. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I said that. Anyway, going through the final corner, a bit of oversteer on the throttle, but over the line it's going to be gold for us in our 1986 Lotus. In the second scenario, gained 2 positions. 1 minute 21.932 was our fastest lap. And there we go, driving us in Mario Andretti's car, it says on the side. And there you go, we have passed the scenario. Holding your nerve is what it's called, with a score of 94,076. No time penalties. 5.649 seconds to the car in front, if I can read correctly. And a gold medal, which is what matters for me. And there we are celebrating. Pretty good scenario that was. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe for more F1 and GT6. Like the video and share it if you can, because that's what's going to make the channel grow. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.